I'm hopeful that we would have a repeat of what happened with Saraki. I'm hopeful. And the reason is this. That was probably one of the best, not necessarily with Akpabio. I am not a supporter of Godswill Akpabio. I mean, the several times he has been brought to the law on the issues of corruption. For instance, for me, is a caveat. But I'm not going to be his judge. But I am hopeful that we can have the scenario that happened with Saraki, because that Senate under Saraki happens to be, for me, probably the best Senate we've had in Nigeria, particularly when it comes to the ability of the leadership at that time under Saraki.
The process that made him Senate president was said to be faulty.
Not necessarily faulty. Not faulty at all. People assume that because the winning political party has made a decision, that should be the reflection of the National Assembly. It's absolutely false. What he did was classical politics. He understood that it's a game of numbers. So he was able to, the definition of politics is that it's public administration. We also define it as the ability to share public interests in such a way and manner as to get everybody to join. So what Saraki did was that he was able to rally support for himself, rally a lot of new people. If you look at that Senate, a lot of people that wanted Nigeria to move forward also joined in that government. And so they supported Saraki to get the ticket. And look, we don't let us look at Bukola Saraki as somebody that is less than a Jagaban himself. Because if you look at the politics of the Saraki dynasty, they've been there for a long time, if not longer than Jagaban himself. His father played politics at that level. He played the same politics, being a governor, now being a senator. And he was able to, create a network around himself nationally for him to be put there. And I do say that Senate was probably the best, one of the best that we've had since 1999. They were able to put the president on check. The president would not have gotten away with some of the things we now classify now as abject mismanagement of the country if you had had a Senate that was not given to Lawan. Lawan was just a stooge of the president. And that's why virtually, look, towards the tail end of the president's exit, they are signing another 22 trillion loan facility. Saraki never permitted that. Saraki resisted that because the Senate under Saraki was a Nigerian Senate, not a political party Senate. It was a Senate that was led by people who formed a coalition against the incumbent government. And that's the kind of thing we should be praying for if it's in the interest of Nigeria. I like the fact that the incoming president is a politician, is brilliant, he understands. But we need a Senate that is not at the whims and caprices of any individual.
Vibrant Senate.